What's going on, Madden 17 players? It's your boy Skateboarding and Skates, bringing you another offensive scheme out the gun split slot. I thought I'd break this formation down because it's just tough as hell, man. Just the plays in itself is really nasty, and there's a play in particular that I get this scheme started off with, and that's 46 wide cross down at the bottom. I'm gonna break every last play, every little route down, and I'm also gonna sprinkle in some gameplay footage for you cats. But with that being said, we're gonna run this up against random. It can beat absolutely everything. Only adjustments that I make is by putting X on a slant, and then I might put R1 on an out route, just like that. Alright, everybody else, this is the most easy dink and dunk, formation, or not even formation, just routes that I got up on the field. It's the easiest dink and dunk, easiest reads that you're gonna get. How do I read this? First, I want to read it by seeing if square is gonna get separation from the cornerback. But usually when he's playing press like this, it's really tough to get that out route in there. So that my first read would be to X. Then I will look down to triangle, keeping my head on a swivel, looking from right to left. And if they are staying in like a cover 2, Tampa 2 type look, you'll see that R1 will get open, and that underneath route will not be able to cover him. For some odd reason, circle is gonna pull that guy with him on that curl, so you won't have to worry about that shit. Let's go ahead, let's run it accordingly. That slant route, man, you're gonna be able to, test your opponent's users, and 9 times out of 10, man, he's gonna forget all about that. What you're trying to do is get him to bite down up on your dink and dunking. All right, so therefore you can start killing them up top. So you want to run this play first, get him up in the situation of having to use underneath coverage. Once he has to start doing underneath coverage and shit like that, then we can start taking it up a notch where we're getting deep passes and running the ball. A good play to utilize up out of this for the run is the fullback inside, because I don't really want to waste too much time. I want to get right to the scheme. So I come out in 46 wide cross, then I come out in the fullback dive, and I follow my blockers. Do not hit R2 until you get right through that hole. Once you find a hole to get through, then blast R2. Alright, other than that, you're gonna look like a damn fool running into your line's ass. You don't want to do that, so be patient. Be like Le'Veon Bell out here, and just be mindful. A little trick that I learned when running the ball is if you hit the right analog stick with the running back, he'll do like this juke animation, man, where it'll shed a tackle or two. So just be mindful of that. I'll run this one more time. You see, like that little huh that he does, that bullshit huh. I don't know why they make that sound, but that lets you know like they're doing that juke, that special juke, and they're actually getting it to go. I'll run it one more time, man. Fuck it, why not? Here we go. Perfect. You see how he bumped off of 37, bro? That's the animation that you're really going to get, and that's breaking the tackle. Next, you can hit him with a power O if they're starting to, clamp up on that fullback dive on the left side. Then you just run the ball to the right side. And like I said, same thing follows and run accordingly. You have to follow your blockers. You have to be patient. Everybody knows about the power O. That's a good run right there. Just following my blockers. And that's with Ty Montgomery, a wide receiver turn running back. Next, I like to use the PA wheel. Everybody's favorite. Everybody uses PA wheel. I would put X on a nice little slant. Alright. And it will give that same look from the 46 play that we had originally. And all we're going to do is send R1 on the motion to the left. And you're going to be flooding the left side again. And now you have easier reads. The whole field is going to be wide open for you, and it's going to be your choice of what you want to do. Now, going back to the original play, this is what you're going to be looking for. If you get the cornerback on the left side on your #1 wide receiver to be backed off, all right, then you want to hit square as soon as he hit that cut, all right, and that's what you want to take every time. That's what we're looking for. If they're backed off like that, then we're gonna look for square to get open. All right, high bullet past that. Don't be afraid to take that pass, man. He's gonna get there. All right, especially with a good quarterback like Aaron Rodgers, man. You're gonna be more successful with getting that open. All right. But like I said, man, I hope that you guys find this play useful, the scheme useful. When do you want to run? Typically, man, if they're coming out in like a 3-down defensive lineman set, they're spread, something like this, you know what I mean? That's when you really want to run the ball. Run it to, the side that's the weakest. The main thing that I can tell you with running the ball, right, is that you want to run towards the green. If you see any red, all right, when you hold down R2, you want to audible into a pass play, all right? Never run when it's red on the field. You will not get any yards. You will get your ass stuffed up. That's why you're not successful when you're running the ball, because 9 times out of 10, you're running the ball in a spot that isn't runnable, all right? So here, with the fullback dive, all it's telling you is to cut it to the right side. All right. Anytime that you see green, that's where you want to run it. All right. But that's a little run tip, a little pass tip. Like I said, this play is very deadly, man. Put R1 up on this flat. This is what R1 will do. He'll get that separation. And like I said, this is for anybody that's killing you with blitzes or anything like that. If they're running like the slant zone 2 blitz, all you want to do is run the ball gut. You already know that. Shout out to 9 for Games for dropping that jewel. I also want to give thanks, man, to a cat by Winning Logic. He designed my logo art. Sorry it took so long for me to actually drop that, that plug for you, man. Check out his channel, man, Winning Logic. A couple cats, man. If you guys got anything that you want to promote or anything like that, man, y'all know to just shout that out to me up in my inbox or just up in my comment section. And I'll be sure and be glad to, give y'all a shout out up in the video, man. I ain't like that. So, like I said, like, comment, and subscribe, man. Check out this gameplay footage, man. I ran that cover 9. Cover 9 is really, really doing well out here. I'm telling y'all, man, don't sleep on me with that defense. So, with that being said, check out my cover 9 defense. Make sure that you check out all my videos, man, that I posted. I mean, I've dropped some really good tips and great content. Just like, comment, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And add my PSA in that skateboardings, and let's get a game, man, fellas. I'll holla at y'all. Peace.